You know I'm a hustler, hustler. You know I'm a hustler, hustler. Well, I'ma break it down one time. I'm the man and I'm letting y'all know. Yeah, we getting that guap, that fit of them shits. Yeah, we stacking that dough. I said I'm a hustler, baby. You know I'm a hustler. You know I'm the man. I'm a hustler, baby. You know I'm a hustler. You know I'm the man. I'm the man. It's been part of the plan. I don't think you understand. I see him on the gram while they flexing rubber.
This next story proves that society will pay a woman more to take off their clothes than they will to keep them on. Currently, the school system pushes as many women into professional STEM careers as possible, but it would seem as if wealth is in the opposite direction, as evidenced by this next story. Meet Mercedes Valentine, a 21-year-old British woman who went to college to study the brain and get a career as a neuroscientist. She then took that degree, turned around, and became a stripper and an OnlyFans star. After turning her back on a promising career as a neuroscientist, she found out that she is already earning more than her wealthy parents, who are both licensed doctors. Mercedes graduated from college with a first-class degree in neuroscientist and was considering following in the footsteps of her doctor dad and mom, who make a combined income of $260,000 per year. But the brainy blonde shocked her parents and family when she decided to pursue pole dancing instead. Mercedes says, and I quote, "My parents are both doctors and they know what I do, but my dad can't bring himself to say pole dancer and instead opts for pole gymnastics. I think at first they were a bit shocked I didn't follow the path they had in mind for me." Mercedes goes on to say, "We're a family of doctors, and my sister is a lawyer, so this is a bit different." But if you don't know Mercedes' backstory, you would know that she was the least likely candidate for her new profession. You see, Mercedes was bedridden and confined to a wheelchair in her late teens due to Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is a group of inherited disorders that affect your connective tissue, primarily your skin, joints, and blood vessel walls. If you come across a person with this disorder, you may call them double-jointed or see that they have the ability to stretch their skin further than the average human being. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome does shorten the life expectancy of its victims to about 48 years of age. Knowing this, Mercedes is striking while the iron is still hot on her health and body. She was inspired on her current path after joining a gym in college to defeat her limitations. There she signed up for a weekly pole dancing class. When she finished her degree, a friend from her pole dancing class suggested she give stripping a try, and Valentine says she has never looked back since. Valentine, pictured here, with her doctor mom after she graduated her first-class degree in neuroscience. The brainy blonde, as an addition to stripping, set up her OnlyFans account amid the COVID pandemic, and she said she earned more than $250,000 from the site in the past year alone, which is on par with her parents' salary with two people. Valentine started work at the strip club in January 2020, but after 2 months of her working as a stripper, the world went into lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic, leaving Mercedes without a source of income. Wow. Sort of like a bad time to strike out on your own. Not keen on returning to the world of science, Mercedes created an OnlyFans account in April 2021 sharing raunchy content, which has put her in the top 1% of the creators for showing off her pole dancing prowess. Strip clubs have since reopened, and Valentine has returned to work excitedly, declaring, "I basically walk around and wiggle my butt all day long for hundreds of dollars a night." She says, "Because of my condition, my joints are bendier, so I was able to pick up pole dancing pretty quickly. My parents are both doctors and know what I do, but my dad can't bring himself to say pole dancing." She said, "One time there was this couple at the club, and the guy seemed really quiet and shy. I tried to get him out of his shell and dance a little closer and started speaking to him. He tried to whisper into my ear, but I couldn't really hear him because the club was loud. When I turned around, he managed to press his nose into my butt," she said. "It was really weird. I wasn't expecting that." Mercedes, who remembers being confined to a wheelchair for 2 years as a teenager, now wants to make the most of her body. However, the young woman still continues to keep her OnlyFans account going and is winning new fans in the process. Mercedes says, if I'm able to use my now functioning body to help set up me financially for life, then I will. Mercedes says she saved most of the money she has made. She confesses that I've always scared that I'll be back in a wheelchair by the time I'm 30 years old and I want to use my body. She said, I've got a first-class degree in neuroscience, so it's always something I can fall back on if I need to. Mercedes closed by saying her parents have even come around to her kinky career, saying they've got used to it now and are really supportive. For Lady Hustlers, this is Charles. We hope to see you again next time.
You know I'm a hustler, hustler. Well, I'ma break it down one time. I'm the man and I'm letting y'all know. Yeah, we getting that guap, that fitted, them chips. Yeah, we stacking that dough. I said I'm a hustler, baby. You know I'm a hustler. You know I'm the man. I'm a hustler, baby.